Hi everybody, I wanted to talk today a little bit about a hot topic right now. It's the Federal Reserve, and a lot of people don't know what the Federal Reserve is, so we'll talk about what it is, what its powers are, and how it affects everybody in the United States and actually around the world. Since we have the global currency, the Federal Reserve is able to manage the value of the dollar effectively. So that affects everybody who's tied to the dollar around the world. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is where it came from. The Federal Reserve was created in 1913, and it's a private bank that has two powers that I'm going to talk about. The first is they've got the power to print money, so it's a printing press, and they're given this power legally, so obviously it's not considered counterfeit money as it would be if any private citizen were to try and create money for him or herself. And the second thing I want to talk about is the Fed's ability to set interest rates. So let's talk about how printing money affects the everyday person here. Let's assume we've got a really simple economy, and all we have are 5 people and 5 bananas and $5. So we've got our bananas. Each person owns 1 banana, and they're $1 a banana. So $1 to purchase a banana. And like I said, each person only has 1 banana. Now, we've got this Federal Reserve, we call it the Fed, and they're allowed to print money off. So let's say the Fed goes ahead and prints off $5. Now, what's going to happen is we've got a system where we've got $10, and we still only have 5 bananas. So since the bananas are the only thing of real value in this economy, you would think that what would happen here is each person might receive $1, so they've got $2 now. So everybody's still got a fair distribution of dollars, considering they all have 1 banana. So now you've got $2, but you've actually got the bananas price has gone up to $2 because there's twice as much money. So that's what we'd call inflation. The value of the dollar has gone down to where instead of paying $1 for a banana, you're now paying $2. And that's here. It's strictly just because the Fed has printed off another 100% more money. So that seems like a fair scenario. Now the thing is, the Fed doesn't actually distribute the money like that. Consider that the Fed's printed off trillions of dollars recently. Obviously that hasn't been equally distributed amongst the 300 million people living here in the U.S. So what the Fed does is they distribute that money through banks, and it eventually gets disseminated into the system. Now, we don't really know where this money goes, so that's the controversy, and that's why there's a Audit the Fed bill out right now, as people who are directly affected by this inflation. So let's say these $5 don't ever come to the people, they just go someplace we don't know where it goes because the Fed doesn't have to tell us that legally at this point in time. So we the people don't really know where this money's going, and yet we're being hit by this inflation where the bananas are still going to be $2 instead of $1 no matter who's holding all the money. So it's an interesting question. We don't know if this money might be going into our economy. It might be going into paying off debts overseas, maybe war debts since we've been in a war for the last 8 years. Who knows? We don't know, and we can't find out right now legally unless there's a bill that goes through to change the law. So that's an example of how inflation is kind of like a hidden tax. It's often called a hidden tax because we don't know how much money is being pumped into our economy but we are affected by this dilution of the value of the dollar by printing off vast numbers of dollars. So that's the first power that the Fed has right now.